This right over here you guys recognize from my other YouTube video, which is CLA's Stage 2 Tuned Mercedes CLA. So this thing's like super custom, super modded out, but there's another modification going on tomorrow that is getting installed, which is super sick, which is right back here, an airlift suspension. So that allows full customizability of the suspension's ride height. So when he is at a car meet and stuff, or when you're on a real smooth freeway, you can completely drop your car at the touch of a few buttons. So it's super cool, the airlift system. So I'm going to quickly go over today the airlift system, all the components, where they're going to go on the car, and then in the next video you're going to see the airlift installed on the car and the car airing out and all that cool stuff in the next video. All right guys, so this right over here is the compressor. This compressor right over here is what feeds the air into this large tank right over here. This is a 4-gallon tank. So this right over here is going to hold all the air. This compressor, where is it going to be mounted?
So I'm going to probably put both the compressors under in the spare tire well. I'm not exactly sure yet. Okay. Or I'm going to sort of tuck them away on the side in these little pockets. And then in terms of the rest of my airlift system, the manifold is going to go right here, and the manifold is pretty much the ECU or the computer of the air suspension. Basically, it'll send air to each of the bags on the car. So it'll send it to the front left, front right, the back left and right. That's basically what the manifold does. It just sends air between the different air suspension components. So that manifold is going to go here. I have the plans to wrap the lines back over here, and then the lines go into the tank, and they also go into each of the bags. Tank is gonna likely be tucked flush somewhere behind this manifold. The reason I wanted to kind of do like a floating setup is because I wanted to still be able to utilize my trunk and throw like a duffel bag or a suitcase, whatever it might be, still in my trunk if I need to transport anything. The other option that's so all the wiring in the trunk will be hidden. So what needs to be ran to the front of the car is the air lines and the power, and all of that will be tucked into the car, and nothing will be ran on the outside of the car, and all the wiring and everything will be ran through these little side panels right here. They'll lift all these panels, run all the wiring there, and then it'll come to the front as well for each side, run it through, and then run it through a firewall, and then it'll go to the bag, the engine bay for power, and all that good stuff. I know a lot of people who do bags and they put the airlines and all that stuff under the car, which is definitely doable, but the company that I'm going with, they recommend for longevity of the air suspension to wire all the components, everything on the inside. The only thing on the outside, I guess, the bags, really. Yep. So
if you come around here, these are the bags sitting in right over here. So I'll pull one out so you guys can take a look at it.
So that's the front left FL.
Yep.
So that's going to go on the driver's side. So essentially there's the bag here, there's the lines that have to run in and out of it, and here's the strut. And on the top of it, you've actually got your own camber adjustment with these little 4 points, and you've got your dampening on the top, and then that can all be accessible through the engine bay, so I can change it. So these are the fronts, and let me show you guys the rears. So this is the bag for the rear. It's a double bellow bag just like the front. This is the shock for the rear. So this shock actually will be mounted like this, and I'll have my dampening adjustment that I can maybe tweak with in the trunk. It depends on how they drill open the trunk and if I'm able to access it, but they can also put an extender on this. So here's the rear strut, or shock, whatever you want to call it, and here's the double bellow bag, and these do not actually go together. So the way my CLA suspension work is the bag or the spring or whatever you want to call it that's on the current system is going to be moved inward, and the strut kind of sits like something like that. Airlift manifold, this one has all the lines running in and out of it, and this is pretty much the computer of the system, and it's going to be mounted, boom, right there, and it's going to look super sick.
That Robin Malo bracket.
So, yeah, that's the manifold. One really cool thing about airlift is you can actually change these plates that are on the manifold, and you can customize them. There's some websites and stuff that send you different plates, so you can customize it. So this is the airlift controller, and this is where you can pretty much toggle airing up, airing down, ride height, and all that cool stuff. So I'm gonna put this in the front. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm gonna obviously keep it in an accessible spot so it's easy to get to.
So this thing's gonna look super sick once it's bagged. I'm super hyped up to see it. Like I said, tomorrow, the day you're watching this, this is gonna be in the shop. getting bagged. So I'm super hyped up to see it. I cannot wait to see the build. It's gonna look super epic once the car is aired completely out. It's gonna look so awesome because that wheel gap's gonna be completely gone, and it's not like coils where you're gonna be completely low from coils and it's hard to adjust and stuff like that. This is like actually really customizable by the push of a button on your controller. So I cannot wait to see it. Let me know down below in the comment section if you guys excited to see it. I'm super excited. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel to stay tuned to the build. The build is gonna be so epic. It's also planning on getting some new wheels on it, some new 3-piece wheels very soon. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. We got so much epic content planned for the future. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.